You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour on a Thursday. Excited for our guest today, Fran from Health Connect. And we're going to chat with her because today is the final day to submit your drink recipe for the Mocktails Mixoff. And we're going to go through all of this with Fran, but I'm going to remind you right now, so just in case you got to sneak away here in the next few minutes, Mocktails Mixoff 1 week from today. It's June 29th at Startup Sioux Falls. They just had their grand opening yesterday. Beautiful, amazing, awesome place downtown, 100 East 6th Street. Next Thursday, June 29th from 5 to 8 is when the actual event will be. It's a community sobriety event called the Mocktails Mix-Off. But today is your last day to get your recipe submitted. So if you'd like to compete, to win $500 first place, $300 second place, $150 third place. Today is the final day to submit your recipe. And I've been looking through because, I got a sneak preview of all this stuff. And there's some really, really good looking things on here. But maybe, just maybe, your drink is even better. Do you know somebody who's a really good mixologist? Here's the thing. A lot of people who are like bartenders who are really good at this stuff, they love the idea of being able to make something that tastes amazing with no booze in it. That's what this is. So be sure to tell them that they still have time. Today is the day. Mocktailsmixoff.com. And we'll chat with Fran all about that coming up. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Fran at Health Connect, and we're going to talk about the Mocktails Mix-Off. It's 1 week away, Fran. Can you believe next Thursday is Mocktails Mix-Off?
I know. It's just zooming in, John. It's exciting. And we were just at the chamber event last night, and lots of people were excited about the Mocktails event taking place.
It is going to be a whole lot of fun. It's coming up next Thursday, but the reason we're talking today is because today is the final day to get your recipe submitted, and we've got some room for some more people. I've talked to a bunch of people who've told me they're going to submit a recipe, and I don't see them in there yet, so get them submitted because today is the day. So if you're going, do I want to win $500? That should be a pretty simple answer, right?
Exactly. Yep. Today is the day. We need to get those recipes in on the 22nd, so we can evaluate them and pick out the actual contestants for the Mocktails event on the 29th. Yep.
And it's coming up 1 week from today is the actual event, 5 to 8 at Startup Sioux Falls, downtown Sioux Falls. Beautiful place, by the way. And cash prize of $500. Second place is $300. Third place is $150. And this is an amazing opportunity not only to come be a part of a fun event, but to help in a really big way, give people some excellent options when it comes to serving non-alcoholic drinks. This is a really nice thing to have available for summer parties, isn't it?
It is. I think sometimes we overlook our friends that alcohol is not their first choice, and we need options. And so this community sobriety event is an opportunity for people to showcase, that feeling that they have for other community members and for themselves, perhaps. So it's just a great opportunity to give it an option out there for the partying time. Yep.
And the thing that's nice, anybody, even if you do like to drink a little, it's a good idea to have a few drinks like this because, if you have some drinks that have no booze in them, if you are going to be driving yourself home, you absolutely need to make sure you haven't been drinking and driving because that can lead to very, very bad things. So, again, this is a great opportunity to have some good, safe, wonderful options.
Right. We don't want, we want impaired driving, which is a huge, high statistic, unfortunately, in the counties around in the Sioux Empire. We want the impaired driving rates to go down. We need to have less accidents caused by being impaired.
And here's a really good opportunity to showcase your talents as a mixologist. So if you're somebody who maybe even works in this industry, they can submit recipes too, right, Fran?
Absolutely. And, quite honestly, there isn't an age limit because this is non-alcoholic. It's being held in an alcohol-free environment. We have had a request come in from someone who's under the age of 18.
Yeah.
And I hope they do submit their recipe so we can show that this event is for all ages.
It is a wonderful event. I don't even know how many years we've been doing this. It's many, many, many years. And Health Connect took it a couple years ago and brought it to a whole new level by adding this summer edition. It was always a winter thing before, leading up to Christmas, which was really nice. But I love the fact that we've got this summer edition. The drinks are completely different at the summer edition. And it also makes sense to have some good, safe, alternative drink options for all of the summer parties. So thank you for adding this, Fran.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, we at Health Connect thought it was important. We discussed it a lot in the community with other partners, and it's a natural fit. We've got 4th of July celebrations coming up, and then just all the celebrations we do during the summertime, whether it's just the backyard, barbecuing or pool parties, whatever it might be that, people might be going to. Just, think sensibly, stay sober if you're the driver for sure. And let's cut back on that impaired driving.
Absolutely. Fran, thank you for your time today, and thank you for doing what you do with the Mocktails Mixoff and so many other wonderful things throughout the year.
Well, no problem, John, and we look forward to those recipes flowing in today and getting those reviewed by our judges and get a list of contestants ready to go for June 29th.
Absolutely. 1 week away. Today, though, is the day to get your recipe submitted. Deadline is today. Mocktailsmixoff.com. Chance to win $500. First place, $300 second, $150 third place. Again, all of the details at mocktailsmixoff.com. And I'm going to throw a link to make it easy to find at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
This Day in Sioux Falls History is brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, June 22nd, 1977, that the King, Elvis Presley, made his second and final visit to Sioux Falls. Just 2 months before he sadly would pass away, Elvis paid an odd visit to our town. He came in a flash and swept up the top 3 floors of the Holiday Inn City Center. All 65 rooms were booked for Elvis's stay. He remained locked away in his hotel suite until concert time, at which time he shot over to the arena without so much as a public hello. Of course, he rocked the house and sang some of his very best and most well-known songs. All of Sioux Falls got their money's worth that night. But after the show, he was right back to the hotel, and the next day slipped out of town without much more than a peep. This was much different from Elvis's first tour to Sioux Falls less than a year earlier, October 19, 1976. At that time, there were many public stunts, appearances, giveaways, and a whole lot more. While the tragedy and the mystery of the King's final few months may never truly be understood, let us not forget the amazing showman and entertainer he was. And definitely don't forget the joy he brought to a packed arena in Sioux Falls that night. This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, June 22nd, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets pulled back for another day Wednesday as fear of the FOMC comes back into play. Comments from Fed Chief Jerome Powell that multiple interest rate hikes were coming caught the market off guard. The comments are identical to the FOMC's policy stance at the last meeting, but the market wasn't buying it for some reason. In the eyes of average investors, the FOMC is close to ending the hiking cycle, which is what matters. The risk in that outlook is that rates rates are high, inflation is still high, and the economy is on a trajectory that could result in disaster. Thursday could see the market sell-off accelerate. The catalyst could be the index of leading indicators, which is expected to fall again. This will be the 14th consecutive decline in the index and could be a large one. The trend in the data is more telling and has been making successively larger negative peaks, suggesting growing weakness in the economy. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.